Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I'm reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading's Miami office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is Monday, August the 5th, 2013, and here is today's midday market update brought to you by wallstreettrading.com. I want to first off by taking a look to see how the indices are trading for the session so far. The Dow's down 46 points, and Nasdaq's down 1. Russell's up 2.5. The S&P's down 2 points. Commodities across the board are mixed. You have the USO for crude oil up 4 cents, GLD for gold down 79 cents, GDX gold miners down 12 cents, JJC copper up 71 cents, silver down 8 cents. Strongest sectors on the board change from open. On the ETF list, you have TNA, which is up about a point and a quarter from the opening price. USO up close to 1% from the opening price. Financials are at the top of the list. KOL changed from open near the top of the list. XLB material stocks. ETFs near the bottom of the list change from open. You have GDX, GLD, XHB home builders, transports are getting some profit taking in them. And aside from that, I mean, everything's pretty much mixed. Taking a look at the closing prices, you can see the S&P sold off a little bit overnight. Then right in the first 15 minutes of the open here, they sold the market off a little bit, then they bought it right back up, and now we were off about 50 cents or half a point from making new highs again on the ES. Take a look at the Nasdaq. Same thing, Nasdaq. They bought the Nasdaq around the open after it broke the downtrend line. Nice little consolidation below 31.35. Breakout momentum move, pulled back in. Now it's been making these little lower pivot highs. Russell 2000 is the strongest index today. Broke the downtrend in the morning. Nice little consolidation. And it's been rallying up ever since, holding this nice bid above 1060. Russell 2000 did make new all-time highs, showing relative strength and trading above previous day's highs. So let's go ahead and start by taking a look at the ES 30-minute chart. Again, Sunday, didn't really do much Sunday. Overnight, we rallied back up towards the highs overnight, and really we're just establishing a range now between the 1705 area and I would say down here near the 1700 level, which is levels that we're watching so far this morning. Take a look at the same thing here on the 15-minute chart. Alright, we sold off a little bit on the open, and they bought us right back up. And then the 5-minute chart, which you can kind of see things a little bit clearer here. 5-minute chart, we broke the little downward trend line. They rallied us up, came right back down, made a higher pivot low. Whenever you have a downward trend line break, you always want to look for that retrace. As traders that miss the initial move, they look to get involved on a pullback, and as long as that pullback stays above these lower pivot highs from these candlesticks over here from the initial breakout, that's your pullback to try to get involved in and look for that long trade for a move back up towards the highs. And so far that's what's happening right now a little bit, and you can see on the 50-minute chart they're trying to form that pivot off the 1702. We hold the 1702, look for a move back up towards these 1705s most likely. That's how the S&P is looking. As far as the ETFs goes, let's go and bring up some of this ETF action. IWM SPY. See the same thing here. SPY gapped down a little bit, rallied back up, filled the gap, and is pulled back in, holding the 20-day moving average right here. Look for the SPY to make a move back up towards the 171s or pull back down towards the opening price of 170.50. Triple Qs, again, pretty quiet day. So some of these ETFs and some of these indices are just chopping around here. Some of the individual stocks have better action in them. But Triple Qs gapped down a little bit, rallied back up, made a new high from Friday's highs, pulled back in, and now it's just hanging around the opening price. And then, of course, the IWM, which is showing relative strength today. Nice tight pattern, trading in a range between 105.40 and 105.60. A break out that range and a hold above it or a hold below it on a breakdown would give the next directional move, so keep an eye on that. As far as some stocks goes that we're watching this morning, there's some stocks that some people were calling out in the chat room, some of the traders. One of the best ones I can say that were called out, one of the best trade ideas that was called out this morning was this SPEX called out around say 14.75, give a nice move over 14, but the stock is, I believe, the medical or actually not medical, but they're doing some they have a case against, I believe, T-Mobile, all right, on an infringement, on a patent infringement, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look up here again. SPEX. Yeah, Strength as North Sioux Holdings sues T-Mobile for infringement of geolocation of cell phones, and that's what's causing the stock to move up. And it's have a nice explosive move today. You can keep an eye on this one, see if it pulls back and gives the buy signal. But right now it's very high up there, so you don't want to buy it. We're seeing some action in some of the solar stocks. We called out First Solar this morning for a nice little trade. All right, take a look at the 5-minute chart. First Solar gave you a nice trade over these 47.70s. Actually, right over the pre-market high, pretty much. CSIQ was a catalyst for this action in the solar sector, as they had a nice big contract that they were given, and the stocks on the go. So all these solar stocks on the go. SCTY, Solar City, FSLR. Again, keep an eye on these names. FSLR, if it continues to hold this 47.80 area, look for a move back over these 48.20s and look for that move back up towards the highs. CSIQ, again, this stock was the main catalyst for the move in the solars today. Hence, it's a nice one with a nice pattern on it. Nice little move right there to get involved in. Rallied up, pulled back, held this nice little bid around 1520. And now it's trying to hold above this 1550. Keep an eye on this one to make a move back up towards the highs. The financials are trading strong. Goldman Sachs is pretty strong. JP Morgan, they're pulling off the highs a bit right now, but they had a nice little move off the lows from this morning. And continue to keep an eye on that sector. Aside from that, folks, quiet day. There's some movers and shakers out there. Again, if you've not been to the chat room yet, mywallstreettv.com, check it out. To get the password to log in, you have to go to the website and fill out the form on the right-hand side of the home page. Aside from that, have a great day. Catch you guys for the After the Bell market summary. Cheers.